Good morning and welcome back to TCS Student News. I'm Marcus McKeever.
And I'm Daj'a. Let's get started with the news. Yesterday in southern Iraq, there was a twin terrorist attack that killed 60 people. At around 6 p.m., the attackers went to a heavily populated restaurant where one man detonated a suicide vest while two other men opened fire in the crowd of civilians. At the same time this happened, a car exploded at a police checkpoint, killing and wounding others. Both of these attacks were carried out by ISIS militants dressed as Iraqi soldiers. Southern Iraq has not seen much violence during the years of fighting against ISIS, so this attack comes as even more of a surprise to the Iraq people. This attack thus far has left 60 people killed and 90 wounded. Even though ISIS is losing territory in Iraq, this still shows that it has the power to still do serious damage.
Now, moving on up into northern Iraq, there have been rising tensions between the Kurdish people and the Iraqi government. Just as a reminder, the Kurdish people are an ethnic group within the Middle East who are known for being the most effective fighters against the threat posed by the Islamic State. They have also been denied the ability to create their own country for years, despite being the fourth largest ethnic group in the Middle East. The Kurdish people have ties to the land within modern-day Turkey, Iraq, Iran, and Syria. Now, in Iraqi Kurdistan, or the provinces of Iraq that are Kurdish majority, the president has declared that the Kurds will, quote, draw their own borders if the Iraqi government does not allow them to seek independence. This precedes a referendum that will take place on September 25th to decide the independence of Iraqi Kurdistan. A yes vote would not automatically lead to secession. This would only be more leverage for Iraqi Kurdistan during negotiations of land with the Iraqi government. Both the U.S. and the U.K. have advised against the act of negotiations of secession, saying it represented too great of a risk when Iraq is still fighting a war against the Islamic State. The Iraqi Kurdistan president ignored both the United Kingdom and the United States. As of now, we have no idea what may happen. We'll just have to keep our eye on the northern part of Iraq, otherwise known as Iraqi Kurdistan.
Zika virus used to treat aggressive brain cancer, a harmful virus that can cause devastating brain damage in babies, could offer up a surprising new treatment for adult brain cancer. Zika has been only seen as a global health threat, not a cure. But latest research shows that the virus can affect and kill hard-to-treat cancerous cells in adult brains. Zika injections shrink aggressive tumors in fully grown mice, yet left other brain cells unharmed. Human trials are still a way off, but experts believe Zika virus could potentially be injected into the brain at the same time as surgery to remove life-threatening tumors. The Zika treatment appears to work on human cell samples in the lab. There are many different types of brain cancer. The latest research in living mice and donate human brain tissue samples shows Zika therapy can kill cells that tend to be resistant to current tumors. Who would have guessed that a disease could also be used as medicine?
Equifax, a credit score company, may not be as reliable as you may think. On Wednesday, the Equifax branch based in Argentina suffered a security breach. This breach was so large that even the common person could access it. The breach came from an employee website where tools used by the company, tools which house information on both customers and employees, was hidden behind a simple username and password. Admin. That's right. Social security numbers and housing information, among other pieces of confidential information, hidden behind one simple word. Admin. This comes just a week after another data breach that happened in the United States, estimated to affect 143 million people. And Equifax did not notify these people that they were in danger of identity theft until weeks later. Not to mention that not too long after the U.S. breach, 3 Equifax executives sold large amounts of stock, accumulating around $2 million. We will have to see what happens with Equifax. As of now, the FBI is conducting investigations on the company.
Now, Marcus, how about we move on to the real news, the TCS news? And for those of you that are new to the broadcast, it is a highlight of a special event that have happened during the week. As you know, school started September the 6th, 2017, and a new school year begins. New students this year. We have gained 6 new students. We would like to welcome Aiden, Carson, Claude, Kai, Lorena, and Selma to the school. We welcome you and hope you enjoy your stay at TCS.
Yesterday, TCS held its first sponsor meeting of the 2017-2018 year. It was here that sponsors were able to get acquainted with one another and be better acquainted with the school. It was also at this meeting that sponsor-led committees aimed at bettering the school were created. These committees being the Food Committee, the Fundraising Committee, the Social Committee, and the House and Maintenance Committee. Thank you to all who attended. We appreciate you being here.
On behalf of the community school, we would like to give another thank you to all the people who made it possible for us to get a new van for the school. We will truly appreciate all the donates and all of the people who contribute. Thank you for your support.
And speaking of the van, yesterday, students were driven in the van to the Charles Theater to watch the movie Step. Step highlights the lives of a few young women who are able to express themselves through step while dealing with stressful situations in life, be it academic or personal. Students were able to relate to the movie in a lot of different ways, overall saying that the movie was very moving and very enjoyable.
As you may or may not know, the school runs off the generous donations given to us. We would like to give thanks to the individuals and families who made it possible for us to have lunch for the first 2 weeks. Again, thank you for your kindness.
Last Friday, students had a chance to meet with the Board of Trustees, which is the governing body of the school. This is part of our weekly Conversation With seminar, which happens every Friday. Both students and board members shared their stories about what they did before TCS and were able to discuss many topics, ranging from the school itself to the education system in our city as a whole. Thank you for stopping in. It is always a pleasure to talk with the Board of Trustees.
Thank you for watching the first broadcast of this school year. We hope you enjoy your week. We'll see you next week